A very common thing that you will experience when working with bricks is that you want to have more than one header. Maybe you want to have one on your home page or have it look different than the others. And there's some confusion as to how exactly you do that and why you may be having troubles with it. So let's go ahead and take a look at that now. But first, a quick word from our sponsor, which is me. Hey guys, just wanted to let you know that BricsBits is currently on sale for 50% off, and in fact you can even get BricsBits and BricsFX, which just came out with 2.0 this week, for only about $150. So, if you're looking for a template system, I'd appreciate if you gave it a try. It really helps me to do the brick school thing, so that's it. Alright, thanks for listening to that, guys. Now, let's go ahead and edit this. And we're just going to click Edit with Bricks. And as you see, there's a header here. If I click Edit Header, I can obviously edit the header, but let's look at the template conditions. And you'll see that there are no conditions. So then why is this header coming up across all the site? Well, if you have only one header, you will only have the one header that shows up automatically. So in other words, you don't even have to set a condition if you only have one header. But if you have two headers, this can be a problem. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at that by creating another header. So we're going to go Edit with Bricks and go to our templates. And we will add a new template, and we will call this alternative header. All right, so now you're just going to go ahead and click publish, and we now have the alternative header, and let's go ahead and edit this with bricks. And actually, let me hop back over here and just quickly I'll just copy this header. And we will paste it in. And what we'll do is we'll call this alt header. And I tell you what, let's go ahead and change the background color. Oh, doesn't matter. We'll go red so that we can see the difference. All right. So now let's go back to the site. And we'll go to any of the pages. And as you can see, all the pages still default to that first header. We need to tell it where to be and where not to be. So one way of doing this is from the negative, as this is the default header. By removing a page, by excluding a page, you should be able to say, okay, on this page, have a different one. So let's say the About Us page, we want to have that alternative. So let's go to here and we will click Edit the Header. And on this, we will manage our template settings. And on the conditions, we're going to add a condition, which is to say a specific page, an individual page, and then we could select which one. In this case, we wanted the About Us. And we want to exclude it. So we do not want this one to come up. Therefore, it should go over to the alternative. So if I'm here and I go to my home, that's not working. If I go to my About Us, all of a sudden everything's excluded. So that's why you don't really want to work in the negative. Sometimes it works. More often than not, it doesn't. However, what's really important here is that the reason this red one's coming up is that there is no condition set. So now all of a sudden it thinks it's the default. And yes, we did exclude this individual page, but we didn't include all the other pages. So if we come here and we say, okay, yeah, you're on the entire site, and we save that, now if we go back to these pages and I refresh, see, all of a sudden now this one is showing up, and on contact, it's showing up as the main header, but on About Us, see, it's flipping over. Now, this did work, and that's okay, but you didn't really set it up well. There's too much ambiguity. It could go seriously wrong. So here's how you should set it up, all right? This here is fine. Entire website, individual exclude. I do recommend that you put in the exclude, but the final step is on that alternative header. What we're going to want to do here is let's go ahead and edit that. And we will set a condition this time. And so let's go to our template settings, set our condition, add a condition. And what we'll do is we'll select the individual. And again, in this case, we were saying the About Us page, but don't click exclude because obviously you want it to be included. And there you go. You have now said, okay, on this page, About Us page, the alt header should be showing. And let's just go to the site here. So we go to the home, we've got the main header, contact us, main header, About Us. All right. So what do you think would happen if we wanted this alt header to also be on this home page? Now, we do have a condition that says on this main header, we have a condition that says the entire website. And then we have it to exclude on the About Us. And let's just leave it at that. And on this alternative header, while we do have this individual one, let's go ahead and duplicate that. And instead of just the About Us, and by the way, actually they've changed this. What you can do is actually just add it here. So this time, let's add the home page and see what happens. So we'll go to the home page and we will refresh and it comes up with the alternative header. Now, the reason that this works is that the alternative header has specified the home page, whereas the main header has just said the entire website. So it kind of works as a catch-all, so that if no other header has been said to use this individual page, whatever page it's on, it will default to this entire website one. So you only want to have this entire website condition on one header, and that should be your main header. All right, hopefully this helped and cleared up some confusion about the headers. And if so, give a like. Join Brick School, do something that helps, you comment, or, anything you do can really help the channel. And, the whole intention here is to grow the Bricks user base. So hopefully you guys are liking the content. See you in the next one.